Imagine how it would feel to walk into the office on a Monday morning and not be able to talk about what you did that weekend, who your spouse or partner is, what your extracurricular activities look like, what organizations you're involved in. When you can't bring your whole self, you have to keep up a story. And when you're so focused on maintaining the story of who you are, you can't put that effort into your work.
I've had an experience personally looking for a job and working with employers that weren't as inclusive as they should be, and I didn't feel valued. I didn't feel like I could bring my authentic self to the workforce.
And when you can bring your whole self to work, you're going to be a better employee, you're going to enjoy coming to work, you're going to be able to accomplish more, you're going to be more bought into your work environment.
And it's really important that, you can see yourself working here and you can bring your whole self to work here, to enjoy the exhibits here without fear of that section of me is not going to be accepted, or I don't see anybody else like me.
LGBT employee attrition is an $80 billion industry every year, which means every time an LGBTQ employee leaves an organization, there's a cost to the bottom line of that particular company.
Companies that are inclusive really benefit and thrive. When an employee is able to bring their authentic self, they're more creative, more innovative, companies are more profitable, and they attract a great deal more talent.
It was a really great experience in terms of here's what we need, and then living that through the training. They were two completely different experiences for me and for the team, geared toward different sections of our museum family of staff and volunteers.
Range Consulting is actually growing by leaps and bounds, and we're able to consult with all kinds of different companies, from government agencies to private companies to other nonprofit companies.
This isn't about being an accountability measure or a stick or punishing people. This is really about giving them the tools they need to build a successful business environment.
Since Range's inception in 2015, we've had the opportunity to work with over 70 companies and organizations throughout the Denver and Western region and touched more than 2,700 individual employees.
Range spent the time with us to figure out what's your goal, or what are you hoping to get out of this training, and built a custom training for us.
A lot of folks will start, they'll sort of slouch in their chair and have that, oh great, another workplace training I have to sit in. But over the course of our conversation, they perk up, they engage, they laugh, they smile. We make it safe for them to not know the right answer or to make the mistakes.
I highly recommend working with Range Consulting because it helps your organization really think about how we can create a safe and inclusive environment, welcoming environment, not only for our guests, but also for our staff internally.
One of the most gratifying things that we've been able to do is to help people who are transgender and transitioning on the job. So we can come into an organization and work with their top management to help them understand what the issues are, work with their senior team, their HR team, their communications team, the person's work team, so that this person can have a successful and peaceful transition at work.
One thing I learned and took away from the training was having Ryan be the trainer and share their experiences in terms of here's what it takes to be a strong ally, and some key things that I can do to make sure that I'm standing up there and right there in the charge to be warm and welcoming.
One of the other things we do in every training is to teach employees how to be good bystanders in the workplace, which means when they are seeing a situation where someone is being bullied or harassed or taken advantage of, that they have the tools that they need to interject in that situation and help to resolve that issue in a positive way.
We have some trans volunteers and staff members that feel comfortable sharing themselves with us here at the museum, and I know that a lot of it has to do with the culture that we've created, from our inclusivity statements to our welcoming statement to the trainings that we've done with Range. A lot of these things add up to creating that atmosphere.
During the AIDS epidemic, we had a friend who was in our home and was near the end of his life. and he really needed some emergency assistance, and we had called the EMTs, and they wouldn't treat him, they wouldn't touch him. We have brought together a group of first responders who are our community members to create a training to train police, fire department, EMTs, anybody who you would encounter when you're having an emergency situation. And we are going to take this across the state at no cost to people. So we really need help to be able to do that.
Range Consulting is Colorado's only LGBTQ training organization. We are the only ones who focus specifically on this community. We need to continue to grow, and so we need the funding and the resources to do that, and we need your help to raise those funds.
So it's really, really important for all of us to be supporting these efforts to make sure that everybody can bring their whole self to work.
I mean, we're all on this rock together, right? And we do more, so much more when we're working together. Seeking understanding from each other, getting excited and inspired from people of different backgrounds with different ideas who are challenging our own experiences, and we're all here to live our best lives. And how do we do that together?